Hello, I'm Dr. Katherine Horton. It is now 20 to 2 a.m. on Christmas Day. You can just see what's happening here. Actually, can you see the shots being fired into my brain? I don't really want to turn this on because it's very, very late. You can see the injuries on my face here as they've been drilling into my face. I have to say, I've uploaded the video, but I have to literally sit like that to try to block it out. This is slightly better actually. And meanwhile, these people just set the script running and just keep firing. But it's absolutely unbelievable. I'm so exhausted. I feel so ill. Yesterday they basically just cooked my head so hard. I was just in agony and pain. I crawled away into the cellar of the home, and there was just I don't know how they do it, but it was just agonizing pain. It was like your head is burning up from the inside and you can't bear the pain, and it was so hard. I just collapsed on the floor in the end, and then I was just going on and on and on, and then when I just kind of got back up, I just felt like, oh my god, it's so painful, I'm gonna be sick. So imagine you have to then crawl out of your cellar, into the next bathroom, be sick, and this is your first day back in Germany, and then you crawl back down into the cellar because you just cannot take it anymore, and then you repeat it 4 times. Welcome back to Germany in the year 2016, where these nutters have gone so utterly ape. They are just out of control, and having to return to your parental home and be shot to pieces like that. And if I don't catch the middle of the beam, I can see that they changed the mode of attack somewhat. Sorry, this is really loud. But literally, I'm just being shot to pieces. There you go. And I mean the really, really intense ones that shoot up to 6. They're so painful. And they're really so... sorry, I just look so ill and just so utterly finished. Imagine it's Christmas 2016 and you find yourself at the heart of an utter Nazi takeover of your country, whereby neighbors are corrupted, they put down these emitters, and in your sleep you're being shot to pieces. You're just being shot to pieces. And I posted the comment by Brian Tew. This is to use trauma, essentially just getting you near death, to map out your brain for the Human Brain Project, announced by Barack Obama. So our European intelligence agencies are so fucking degenerate that they take the brain of the top scientist and they try to map it out by shooting it to pieces with military microwave weapons, thinking your life is not worth living. It's 2 a.m. now. I was trying to just get to sleep. I put down I have my measuring device over there, and I'm trying to measure. You can see the blue antenna, that's that thing, and I'm measuring down there, trying to see what the ranges are doing, trying to attack me. And this is how I'm spending Christmas. I'm not a criminal. I have worked really hard to go through the German school system and come top of the year. I worked really hard at Oxford to get it first. I worked really hard at Oxford and here in Germany to get a PhD, to become one of their top researchers. And then I am now being shot to pieces by a group of men run by Dr. Bruno Karl at the BND, and probably in association with DVD, which is this like Nazi grouping that I only heard about from Christopher Story, who I think was murdered shortly after. This is now Christmas. I am not spending Christmas with my husband because he's so traumatized from the military assaults and the harassment, and from seeing his wife writhing in pain, wrapped in aluminium every night for a year, that he just went back to the UK and he needs 2 weeks off because he cannot take the Nazi assaults conducted by his British intelligence, so by his country's intelligence agencies and by my country's intelligence agencies in conjunction, committed against us in Switzerland. This is now what we have become as a nation. I mean, it's already public knowledge that the intelligence agencies are involved in Syria, especially MI6. That was, I think, in Private Eye. I heard it from Private Eye. A special branch in MI6 are active in Syria, and they fuck up those countries, and now they are also murdering us here back home. They assaulted me in Britain, in Germany and Switzerland. Now the intelligence agencies are publicly maiming and murdering, and now they're publicly maiming and murdering on Christmas. I don't know what you need to see to get going. I don't know what the Auswärtiges Amt needs to see. I don't know what the fuck the police needs to see. Do you actually need to have are you so desensitized from beheadings, having watched too many beheadings online, that seeing someone's head being shot into over and over, you cannot wrap your head around what on earth microwave weapons might be? Is that it? Can you see the shots being fired? So this is me not actually hitting the middle of the beam, because the beam is about the size of a euro coin. So if I don't hold this right at the right position, it doesn't go to the full max. Here you see it at that point it went slightly higher, but already from 0.02 to 3, there's a factor of 100 in intensity, over 100. So these switches that you've just seen is a factor of 100 volts per meter, and this thing isn't actually very good measuring peak intensity. And I'm feeling now physically sick on Christmas Day because I have this shit shot into my brain. I don't know. I contacted Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Liberty. None of them gave a damn. They all confirmed that they had heard about these cases before. None of them did anything. The International League of Human Rights, run by Rolf Gössner, I think, who himself has been targeted for 40 years, they have heard several times about these attacks, but they're not going to do anything. I contacted netzpolitik.org, this site that made up to be so against the intelligence agencies because they commented on some stuff. I think that's bullshit. I think that's a fake site put out by the intelligence agencies. And this whole hoo-ha about, them being sued by the intelligence agencies was just a farce to legitimize themselves. It's bullshit. Netzpolitik is put out by the intelligence agencies. When I contacted them, not only did they confirm that they had lots and lots of cases, but you should have heard the tone of voice of the woman who said, I'm sorry, I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. Like, yesterday I was vomiting from pain. I fled to the police. Today the attacks were so hard. I went to the criminal police, begging for witness protection, begging for room to be able to write up the evidence without being attacked. And I was turned away. I was told to go home. And here I'm being shot into. This is the BND. Like, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do. We are in a Nazi takeover. And essentially, you know, the murder of Dr. Ronnie Kilder was our White Rose moment.